Hey guys, if you're new here and you like what I'm putting out, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you never miss an upload. So, Zenkaiger episode 10, we've made it to the double digits and we're still pushing forward, reviewing and talking about this show every week. So, let's talk about episode 10 of Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. So, this episode felt very fillery to me, but it wasn't a filler episode because we learnt more about the pirate siblings and their backstory has me even more interested in what's going to happen moving forward with these characters because they still haven't joined our 5 main heroes. They're still doing their own pirate things, which I love. We get to see a bit of their daily life at the start of the episode where they are basically natural pirates, where they sing, they dance, and they even pay people when buying stuff in treasure and stuff, like loot and gold and booty, and I get a kick out of that because that's what pirates do, and they don't understand why people are upset that they're being paid in treasure or fake money when they're not using yen. I do get a kick out of that joke, but we do learn more about these characters in this episode, and that is the little Kikanoids that are with our 2 pirate siblings used to be human, and we actually get a very interesting backstory when that happens, where we learn that after they invaded the Toji Tendo, they went to SD-topia and they messed around in SD-topia and a curse was placed on the Kikanoids who used to be human and they got turned into that. That's the reason why they look the way they do, which is a very interesting answer because in the Zenkaiger Red special for Zenkaiger, you get to see our 5 or our 4 main Kikanoids get turned into humans, but now we learn that these Riki and Katana, they used to be humans, and now they're little Kikanoids, they're little chibi things. So the whole goal of our pirate siblings is to defeat the Toji Tendo and save them. But they can't really break in and save, they can't really break into the base and find the gear they're looking for, destroy it and save them. They've gotta, probably fight the monster of the week and then set them back because SD-topia is locked up, and because it's locked up by the main bad guys, they're unable to save them, so they have to defeat the main bad guy of the week, which will come later down the line probably, to save them. So I do like that our pirates do have a goal behind all their pirating. There's a reason why they're doing the things they do, because they want to help their family, they want to help their siblings, sort of like Kaito. But similar to Kaito, there's a huge contrast and difference into what they do to achieve their goals. Kaito is a person that wants to help everyone while trying to rescue his parents at the same time, while Zox doesn't really care who gets in the way, and he even uses human as fodder to destroy the Toji Tendo, which we saw in these episodes. So the 2 characters, our main ranger and our gold ranger, are 2 very different people, and I do like that contrast, that difference on how they view aiming towards their goal. One wants to help people, one doesn't really give a damn, so I really do like that. And I do wonder, you can probably guess that Zox is going to come around, he's going to see what it's like to help people, helping people's important if he wants to protect the ones he cares about and stuff like that. So Zox is going to learn that lesson later down the line. When it happens, no idea. Could be next week, could be the week after, could be a month from now in a couple of episodes. But Zox is going to learn that lesson later down the line, and when he has that big character development moment, it's going to pay off for him when it comes. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that as well. So I do like the rivalry that these 2 characters have, and the fact that Zox hasn't been all buddy-buddy, I'm one of you guys now, I'm hanging out, but we haven't got that with the character, which I do like. He's around, but he's sort of like an extra hero on the team. So let's talk about the monster of the week they fight this week. It's basically McCree from Overwatch. It's high noon every noon. So what this person does, what this monster of the week does, they've got the power to make it noon everywhere in the world. And when we got to the whole noon dragging on in the episode, that's when the episode actually felt like it dragged on, because everyone's getting sleepy, they're getting tired. There was a few good jokes here and there. some I kind of felt for, because it comes to like people around Japan or around the world, and you've got these office people, these salarymen, and they're knocking over their drinks and their coffee on the laptop, and you just see the coffee spilling on the laptop and you just see the sparks flying. That gave me anxiety because I've had that happen with laptops and keyboards before, and I don't know, that joke set off a couple of bad memories, my experience owning laptops and computers, so that joke was something. But a couple of jokes dragged on here and there. I did like the reveal where they turn on the news and it's like noon in Brazil, so they figure it out. They're like, wait, if it's noon here and noon in Brazil, that means the monster is at work. And the monster is like not doing much. As soon as he makes everything noon, he's like hiding. And then you've got our pirate Zox and that, where because they're in their little ship above the earth, they've been sleeping for like the past 3 days, which I also enjoyed. That was a fun little joke. But the scene where Zox confronts the monster of the week, the Noon World monster, he finds him in a tunnel, and there's this really cool scene where he hunts him down. He does his little morph dance in the tunnel, so you get to see the puddles splashing and moving around. That was really cool. I freaking love it when Zox does his little henshin morph dance in the show. That's really cool. I freaking love that. Like, that scene always pops me. They've been cutting it short for time here and there, but when he does enter the tunnel, he does sing his little pirate song, which I also get a kick out of whenever I hear. So, TwoKaizer and the Noon World monster face off, and this is a really cool fight scene. When he uses both forms, it's a really impressive fight scene with the stunts and the fight choreography they do in this episode. It's really cool, but TwoKaizer lays waste to this monster of the week. He rips into this motherfucker and doesn't hold back, like even launching him into a building, which causes falling debris to come down and nearly crushing some innocent people. But this is when the Zenkaigers run in, they save the day, they stop him from being crushed, and TwoKaizer has this mutual respect for Kaido where he says, you nearly died back there, but you want to see your parents. So he notices the difference between these, the two of them, where Kaido wants to help people. Like I mentioned earlier, TwoKaizer doesn't really care who gets in the way, but he wants to help his family and achieve his goal. He wants to set things straight and get his younger siblings back to normal. So the TwoKaizers show up, and it's a really cool fight scene. You get to see, we don't see many gears being used in this episode. The only gears we see being used in this episode are the Mega Ranger gears, and they just use like a bit of debris from earlier in the start of the episode that fly around as the glider from Mega Ranger. And that's pretty much it. There wasn't many gear focus to sell in this episode, which was kind of disappointing, but the Mega Ranger thing I kind of wish they could have done more with instead of using a glider, like maybe use the digital powers they had at the start of the show, but oh well, it is what it is, because I love Mega Ranger, but the gliders are iconic from that season of Sentai and Power Rangers. So, TwoKaizer keeps fighting the monster and goes into his Oren form, and this is when the fight scene was really cool. Like, we get to see the Oren finisher, which was also really cool, the pyramid, and he brings down the giant fist to crush it. But the whole hand-to-hand combat in this scene was also really cool, because the monster rips off a door and tries using it as a shield, and TwoKaizer just punches through it. That was really cool. I love that scene. And like I said, the finisher was also really cool. So the monster of the week gets destroyed, and he goes big. He uses his powers again. And out of all the characters that want to finish him off, it's Majin, because when the monster's destroyed, it goes nighttime for a second, and then he shows up and the nighttime's gone. So Majin gets really annoyed, saying nighttime is the best for fortune telling, and that makes him mad. So we have Vroom and Majin using their robot form to fight the monster of the week, and they fight the monster of the week with wacky sunglasses as defense, and Kaido's falling asleep because he's so tired, and then the monster's destroyed. And that's pretty much the end of the episode. We do get an interesting note from the bad guys where they're worried about these Zenkaigers and TwoKaizers forming an alliance, because that's going to mean trouble for the bad guys. And the whole tank cannon guy's like, oh, don't worry about it, I'm sure they won't join forces. And then at the end of the episode, so he's like, ha, I knew it, this will work in our favor somehow, and that's where the episode ends. So yeah, either way, this was a pretty fun episode. I am glad we got to learn more about the pirate siblings, and I get the feeling we're going to have more episodes focusing on them before they join the main team, working together with our heroes. But either way, I'm glad they got some more focus. TwoKaizer's fun, Zenkaiger's are a lot of fun, the Monster of the Week was a lot of fun, and overall this was a pretty fun episode. It did feel a bit sluggish when the whole noon monster took effect, but that joke was over before we knew it, and we got some really cool action scenes. But yeah, overall it was a alright episode, I will say. With that said, I'm going to bring my review of Zenkaiger episode 10 to a close. Thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell, all that good stuff you hear at the end of every YouTube video. Special thanks to all the members such as Swagger4. If you want to get your name shouted out like Swagger4 over here, become a Zord tier member or higher for special perks on the channel, such as shoutouts at the end of every video, your name in the credits of every video, and stuff like that. With that said, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, take care, bye bye.